Okay, guys, most of y'all know this person, Des, my husband. Some of y'all know me, I'm Aubrey, but we wanted to do something a little bit different for you guys. And that's just introduce you to the personalities behind Mopped Up Entertainment and the brand that we want to build. So this was his bright idea a few days ago. We were having a conversation and my husband was like, why don't we make a video about it? So this is what we're doing today. So we're going to get started. And we are not the only people behind Mopped Up Entertainment. We have support from other people as well, but some of them are busy doing things like wedding planning and all that great stuff, which I know most of y'all already know. But getting to the topic at hand, we were talking about gun control, and I had my point of view and he had his point of view. So I will let him start off with what he thought.
Well, my point of view is that I'm more for Obama as far as the gun control. I mean, having guns in your home, I know people use them for safety, which is a good thing. But I'm opposed to that for the simple fact. I mean, people who have kids in the home, and the parents are out and about, and the kids get to rambling through the house, and they end up finding the weapon or whatever, and accidents happen. Accidents do happen. I'm more or less if someone enter my home unauthorized or break in my home or anything, I'm all about the Louisville Slugger. Cause I want him to remember what he did and who house he came in, and it won't happen again. But if you shoot him, he won't even remember all that. So I would want him to remember it so it won't happen again.
And by the way, the reason that this whole conversation came up is because a lot of people, if you do know or if you don't know, that the accidental shooting on Facebook, he brought that to my attention, and that's how we started this conversation. And then a lot of you guys that use YouTube or follow YouTube, y'all know that there was also another shooting at their headquarters. So this is why we were talking about this conversation. And he is for gun control, and I was actually not so much for it, only because I feel like it would require so much. And I do feel like people have the right to bear arms. However, I do know that culturally people are, not as responsible with weapons as other people are because of their circumstances and how they grew up and things like that. However, I know me growing up, I was taught how to shoot by my papa. And one thing he always taught me was you never pick up a gun unless you're going to use it. And I will probably always believe that it is not the guns that kill the people, it is the people that kill the people. And if you take away the guns, you would have to take them away from everybody, like everybody. No military, no cop should have them, because when is it right for you to be able to use your weapon on me and then I'm completely defenseless, which essentially I am, because I don't have guns. We do not own guns. So that, how can you justify that? Because then you're putting yourself in an even more vulnerable situation. You're saying no one can have these guns. Everybody should, take them away. But this group of people can still have them, but we cannot.
I mean, but it would take away the accidental shootings to where, cops say, oh, well, I thought he had a gun and he just had a cell phone on a case that I seen, probably on Facebook as well. But, they mistake people for having weapons, and they feel like it gives them the right to shoot and kill a person, even when that person may not even be doing anything illegal. And now you have a person that's dead behind a careless mistake.
Right, but that's fear and lack of training, because in positions like that, you have those officials, they should be trained in being fearless, because fear is what makes people react. And then you react basically with unintended killing this person. But your fear caused you to react whenever we should be trained to be fearless, especially in positions like that, whenever, again, you have the power to kill someone, which is my point, because a lot of people that this happened to, they're pulling out a cell phone or literally a bag of Skittles. So they're defenseless. They didn't even have weapons, but fear from the person with the weapon caused them to shoot and kill those people. So,
but now when there's no weapons involved, then the person wouldn't have the fear and accidentally kill somebody.
Right, and that was my thing about. So if we can't have the guns, nobody should have the guns, because again, with the accidental shooting came from the people who y'all were saying let them keep the guns though, but they're behind the accidental shootings. So it's like nobody should have them. Or the whole rubber bullet thing. Like years ago, I know that there was a thing about putting the rubber bullets in the guns, and not having actual bullets, because people are getting killed by your police officers and things like that. And this is not against law officials or anything like that, because we do need them, and a lot of them are here to do some really, really great things. So we will never take away credit where credit is due. It is just about the fact of this is happening. It has been happening for years. The only reason that it's just more profound now is because we have cameras, we have social media. So it's nothing new. But again, if you want to take away everyone's weapons, then you have to take away everyone's weapons and make it to where no one has more control than anybody else.
Yeah, I like the saying that Pop said on, I think it was Friday or whatever. What he said? He said, "These here make you a man. These here, you live to fight another day." I mean, and that's just the thing. You don't want to have to keep burying family members or whatever behind costly mistakes. I mean, it's just not. I'm just so tired of it. And I understand the situations people get put in, but man, it's too many accidents not for it to be illegal. In my case, it's just too many accidents that's happening, and I'm not for it.
Well, my thing when we first brought it up, and what I'm sure I said to several people before, is, and we are parents, and it takes us as parents to really instill things in our kids, and it also takes us as parents to be involved before we can't get involved, because we all know that once our kids hit a certain age, it's hard for us to get in their circle with them. It's hard for us to get in their minds, because I have the same issue. We have a 14-year-old there now, and it's just kind of like, if you wait too long, it's difficult. So to be involved and to teach them those things constantly over and over again, so that they are cognizant of what's going on and why we're saying these things and why we don't want you to do these things, and how to carry yourself when you are away from home and around different sets of people. Because a lot of people feel like, oh, that's not me, that's not who I am, and I'm always going to be me and do this and that and the third. But you can be who you are and still know how to carry yourself amongst different groups of people. Because I can be who I am all day, every day, but that doesn't mean don't be a chameleon and be able to know who you're surrounded by. That's what I'm saying, because you have to be mindful of your surroundings and the people that are in your space at the time. It makes a huge difference. And that goes the same with, weapons, teaching them what they are for, what they are not for, because you have to talk to them about it. And these are kids, like these shootings, like at the schools and stuff like that. These are still kids. These are still kids that are shooting and losing their lives too, because they're 18, 19 years old, and their life is washed away as well as the people that they hurt. So, and I'm not taking myself out of that, statement, because it falls on me too. I have to be a better parent, and I think that we all have to be more involved and really practice what we're preaching, because we are the biggest role models for our kids. They see everything that we do. They see everything that we don't do. So we have to just do better.
And the thing is, everybody stereotypes certain neighborhoods, saying that, okay, it's drug infested, is ran down, and this what goes on in that neighborhood. So they expect people in that neighborhood to be bad actors or, bad parents or whatever. And in a lot of those neighborhoods, you still have kids that's educated and go to college and make something out of themselves. And it's just hard how you could just stereotype, because once you put something in somebody's mind and say, oh, okay, well, this neighborhood, all they do over there is sell drugs, to where, it may be 20 that do it, but it could be 5 or 6 that's college ready and educated, and now you stereotyping that whole neighborhood, and the college kid don't even have a chance before he can get started. You know, so that's the thing, man. It just, you know, the stereotype behind everything that's going on out here is just it's bad. And like I say, I'm just against. I'm against it all. Period. I'm with Obama. I'm riding with Obama on that one.
And it's not. I'm not on anybody's fence or anybody's team. I just feel like we always want to make sure that we look at the situation in as broad of terms as it may require sometimes. And yes, things can be so simplistic, absolutely. But when we deal with a myriad of people that are incredibly different and diverse in their thinking and the way that they were raised to think and the things that they were taught to believe, we have to take all of that into account. But he does have valid points. But again, this is why I would say practice what we preach, because for me, that's why I do the things that I do. And this is also part of why we wanted to start doing these sit downs, because we want y'all's opinions too, and we want to open up a dialect in the community that we are in now. And you know, he has such a pretty good following within our community, people that he knows, and we just want to open up the conversation so that we can all begin to think more, because that's what I do. My profession is being in education, and unintendedly also in medicine because of our son, and nonprofits, and really putting into people, investing into people, and helping them get where they need to be. I'm big on community, and I'm big on education and educating yourself so that you can be knowledgeable, because that is a very powerful thing. Never limiting yourself and not being afraid to step outside of things that you did not grow up around, having that desire and the drive to learn more. And then when topics such as gun control and things like that come up, think about what the core is behind it and what you can do, you know, in your home and around your children, your grandchildren, your nieces, your nephews, just all the different people that you affect, because we really do affect everybody that we're around, whether it's directly or indirectly. And again, we just want to open up the dialect for the conversation, because it needs to be had and not just talked about at the kitchen table, but let's talk about it together and not be so, you know, reclusive of one another and our actual thoughts and what we really do believe, because we are all in this thing together and we need to talk about it.
And just remember, these are just our opinions. You know, everybody have their own opinion about everything. So we would like to hear the feedback as far as your opinion on how you feel about the situation. And we could just, you know, I wouldn't so call it a debate. Just
it is a debate. Discussion. It's a friendly debate.
Friendly debate.
Yeah, because debates aren't bad. Debates can be very friendly and just informative. And y'all's thoughts, y'all's opinions, leave them down below in the comment section. We will appreciate them. Any future videos that you guys want to see us do, leave that down below too, whether it's a question. As long as it's respectful, we don't mind, and we will be more than happy to address things and keep the conversation going, because we will be in those comment sections with you guys to see your comments. And if we need to, we'll do a follow-up video on this itself. But if you like this, y'all know what to do. Click that like button and click the subscribe button, and just be on the lookout, because we want to do some different stuff, some things just to involve you guys and let you guys know a little bit more about who we really are and, you know, what we believe and what we want to see happen within our communities. So,
and then, you know, that Mopped Up Entertainment is not just only about music, it's
right.
about educating. Mm-hmm. You know, it's just a whole movement as far as educating people on life, or educating you in the music industry, however you want to take it. I mean, because we've done it. We've been doing it over 25 years. And I just want the young kids that's coming up now doing the music and enjoying the music, not to go down the route that we took, you know, as far as trying to make it where you're trying to get. I mean, and it takes a lot of dedication. So you have to have that dedication and aspiration and
drive and desire. So we just want to again open that up for you guys, and thank y'all for watching. We didn't want the video to be this long, but if y'all stay with us until the end, thank you so much. And again, leave your questions, your comments, concerns, anything like that, suggestions for videos, because we want to do this for you guys weekly if you guys like them. So just let us know. We are open for topics and discussion. So we hope that you guys enjoyed this video. And
Desmond Jones, aka July the Boss Man Jones.
But anyways, we hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Again, leave all of your thoughts down below. We really would appreciate them. And thank y'all so much for watching. We will see you guys on the next one. Bye, y'all.